everyone, this is Matt here from snowboardacademy.com and welcome to your lesson on learning how to ollie on your snowboard. It is the most fundamental trick that you can learn on your snowboard. It helps you with jumps, with rails, with carving, with maneuvering all over the mountains, so it's absolutely essential that you master this trick. I'm going to make it nice and easy for you. An ollie is when you use the tail of your board to help propel you into the air to jump off of the snow. Some progressional steps to learning the ollie is to simply flex your board back and forth. Flex your board to get a feeling of what it feels like to have that tension. The next thing that you can do is attempt ollies flat land without moving, just stationary jumps. So an ollie is essentially a jump with the help of the snowboard to propel you into the air. Before you try your first ollies, you should have a good basis of being able to carve both ways and having a good stability on your board, being able to link turns together. Once you have that down, you're ready to try your first ollies. The first step in completing an ollie is to crouch down. Have your head looking in the direction that you're going, never look at your feet. Looking in the direction you're going, start to bend your legs a little bit more than you naturally would. Start to put a little bit more weight on the back foot, but do not lean all the way back. You just want to create a spring, a tension in the board. So begin bending your legs and getting ready to basically load up the board. So as you load up the tail of your board by bending down and putting a little bit more weight on your back hip, the next step at this point, because the tail of your board is now going to be loaded with energy and the board is going to help propel you into the air. So you're going to, when you're looking where you're going, hands either over tip and tail or slightly comfortably at your sides. Begin by extending on your back leg, using the tail, using the energy of the board to pop. Take your back leg, push all the way down, feeling the tail of the board spring you into the air. As you're entering the air, be sure that your eyes are looking forward. And now you need to bring up your front knee as high as you can. Use the end of the pop of the energy of your board to now bring your back knee as high as you can into the air. Still looking where you're going, hands comfortably at the sides or over tip and tail of the board. Now that you should be in the air, suck your legs up as high as you can. At the very top of your ollie, at the highest point, your legs should be up, they should be even, and everything should be symmetrical. So your knees and your board should be parallel to the ground. Looking where you're going and getting ready to land. As you come down, extend your legs, absorbing the impact, looking in the direction that you want to go. So let's review the ollie. You want to be riding down the hill flat-based. You should have your hands slightly out in front of you or over the tip and tail of your board, naturally at their sides. Begin loading up the tail of the board by slowly sitting down and putting a little bit more weight over your back, hip, and leg to load up the tail of your board. Now that the tail of your board is loaded, you're going to explode up off of the back leg into the air. As you explode up, I want you to now drive your front knee as high as you can, and as the tail of the board leaves the snow, now you drive your back knee as high as you can. When you're at the top of your ollie, the board should be flat and parallel with the snow. You should be looking in the direction that you're going, never looking at your feet. And as you're coming down, land with equal weight on both feet, looking in the direction that you're going and using your legs to absorb the impact and ride away. Some common mistakes when beginners are attempting their ollies is to have bad posture. So it's important that when you're loading up the board that you do not hunch over, because it's not going to give you that spring into the air. So as you're loading down and compressing your tail, make sure that your back is straight and you're looking in the direction that you're going. So you want to be flat based when you do this ollie. So make sure your base is flat and that you're loading up your tail and jumping into the air using the force of the tail and keeping good proper posture. Another common problem is for riders to forget to suck their legs up. So an ollie is not just the explosion up, you need to bring your legs up to create more height. So once you've exploded off the tail, explode with your back leg. drive and lift your front knee up, then drive and lift your back knee up to get as high as you can, and then land with equal weight on both feet. Another very common problem with learning the ollie is many students will look at their feet when attempting the trick. When you look at your feet trying to ollie, it's going to throw off your posture, throw off your form, and in turn it's going to throw off your balance. So it's very important to always look in the direction that you're going and let your body do the work. This is going to give you a good clean ollie off the snow and give you the best balance in the air. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that it was helpful. Feel free to ask any questions in the comments below if I missed anything. And if you like what you saw, feel free to subscribe below and I'll give you more trick tip videos. Happy shredding.